Hey, what's good, dog? Today, you already know, we're going to be talking about Idubbbz' new video, and in case if you live under a rock, Moist Critical made a video about the same exact video here, and people's feelings about his video was very mixed. He had to make a follow-up video addressing that, he understands people don't agree with him, so allow me to further elaborate, something like that. Now, in Idubbbz' video here, he talks about all of the different things that he's done throughout his entire career, and how it's very, very bad, he's influenced a lot of bad people, and he wants to directly apologize to the people he's affected. Now, if it isn't obvious, I do not support this video. I don't think that he's spreading a good message here. It might seem good on the surface, but today I'm going to explain why this is not really a step in the right direction, as he puts it. He is so bad at hiding it in this video, but he is still incredibly insecure, and he is still very clearly incredibly depressed. Because he has allowed himself to become more sensitive by becoming apathetic and understanding people's pain. In life, you have to go through trauma, trials, and tribulations. This is how we learn and advance as a society. And in this case, advance emotionally. One trial most people will face is bullying, and that includes cyberbullying. Now, me personally, I hate making enemies. I have been bullied by many people my entire life, and so I had to learn the hard way of how I needed to deal with it properly. Now, some bullies will never learn because they're too autistic and retarded to be nice to people sometimes. So you just have to smack them around the face and let them know you do not appreciate how they're treating you. But the way I decided to deal with it is send them a schizophrenic rant through Discord and tell them, I don't appreciate you doing all this stuff. Can you please stop? And maybe even leave me alone, or else I'm just gonna block you. And it always ends with me blocking them. Because bullies, they never learn. It takes someone much bigger and much stronger than them for them to realize, hang on a minute, maybe I'm not the dookie poopy. I need to step back and think about my life choices. And so that's what Idubbbz did when he criticized someone like Leafy and Keemstar. He was that bigger bully that put them in their place by making a content cop. But now Idubbbz regrets ever making those videos, and he's saying in this new video here that they were very mean and it can really affect someone's mental health. And of course, Moist Critical pointed this out in his video, but some, if not all, content cops that Ian has made, they've been very transformative in exposing these internet bullies. So the content cops weren't all bad. Now, there are so many things to unpack from Ian's video here, so I cannot discuss all of the points that he made without making this video over 8 minutes, so I'm just gonna say my piece and explain how I personally think that the new Idubbbz is not epic, Now, one problem that I have with people in society nowadays is the fact that nobody thinks about the future and how their decisions now is going to affect them in the future. Idubbbz has ignored the potential future from the very beginning, of course, bullying all these people, affecting their mental health and not having any consideration or empathy towards these people, And then now he's doing it again by having empathy towards people and having empathy towards himself and crying over things like watching a dog die in a movie and allowing his wife to have an OnlyFans for a bunch of random people around the world to jerk off to her, and then denouncing his use of slurs in the past towards minority groups. All of these things could potentially negatively affect him throughout the rest of his life. Allow me to explain. Now, I know y'all don't like me making these, situations political, but let me just say this one thing here. The left are trying to make people more sensitive so that no one's feelings are hurt. One thing that me and many others have realized is that bullying is very important for society. If you are that weird kid that does things that are, very strange, people should have the opportunity and right to criticize you and bully you and make you feel bad for your decisions. My friends that have bullied me throughout middle school, they did it for a reason, and I can understand that. I would always say things that made them uncomfortable and, made them feel weird. I would do things that made me look like a moron, or even a furry, come on. I might have felt angry and offended in the moment, but overall, I have grown from those experiences and realized that maybe it's not good to be this weird. And then there's all the trans kids and gay kids that would get bullied in the 2000s for being the way they are. All of those kids would get bullied and stuff and then probably kill themselves. And then in the 2010s, we got more trans and gay people in school that are coming out, all that, people are finding out their true identity. And then they get bullied and they're like, hey, that's not cool. Let's not bully LGBT people. Well, let's just consider them to be normal. And so now they're considered normal. And so we're giving a voice for all of these people that are weird, and they've always been seen as weird, but now it's not weird. It's seen as normal now. And so then what happened was it opens the door for all of these, weird ideas and, normalize this, normalize that. And it has ultimately made our society super, super duper weird. I'm going to lose all credibility for saying this, but I'm going to say it anyway. I am not scared of you people. Anyone should be able to say any slur they want. Now, Idubbbz talked about this in 2017 after I don't remember who it was, but someone said the N-word, and he's like, stop giving so much power to these words that don't even mean anything. The more you're scared of someone saying the N-word, the more power you're giving that word. Like, if you don't want it to have any power in the first place, stop getting offended on others' behalf when someone says it. I think that was a very wise thing to say, because now we have people getting offended over others saying the N-word and stuff, and so now the N-word is like the worst thing you could say ever. All because people are so scared of it, and it's not transformative, it's not a nice thing to say. Of course it's not a nice thing to say, but the fact that we're practically making it illegal on social media for white people to say it or something, that's just next level sensitivity. Yes, this is a video about Idubbbz. Idubbbz in the past was a, staple of free speech online. If you're gonna say something towards someone else, then there's gonna be consequences. If you go up to a big black dude and say the hard R, you're gonna get beat. And so that's the consequence of saying that. I don't know if I'm making this obvious, but I don't really say slurs. The only thing I say is retard because I can say that. I also don't use profanity, so, why should I say slurs? But yeah, in general, if you're gonna bully people, there's gonna be consequences. If you're gonna be weird, there's gonna be consequences. Your job is to learn how you need to deal with that. Being this sorry for things that you did like 8 years ago and stuff, and feeling the need to apologize in like a 17-minute long video, is a bit of an overreaction. Others have pointed out that he's talking like he just bombed Hiroshima or something. The things that he did, they're not the worst things you could possibly do in the world. Hurting someone's feelings can be good sometimes because then it has them learn that what they're doing is not epic. That was the whole point of Content Cop, criticizing people that are doing bad things and stuff. So in short, you should be able to bully people, you should be able to criticize people, because as you grow up, you need to learn to deal with trauma and, criticism. And if you're going to get offended over someone saying the N-word, the F-slur, the R-word, then think about, how does this affect you personally? How far can words go? They're not physically attacking you, they're just criticizing you, calling you mean names, so you can learn to fight back. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Schools are teaching kids to become more sensitive. I'm gonna get political again real quick, okay, I'm sorry. You can't tell a trans person that they're actually a woman or actually a dude, because then you're just gonna get suspended. Schools are encouraging people to be delusional. Being delusional is one of the most destructive things. You need to realize that sometimes you are in the wrong. Realizing that you're wrong is very healthy. Pointing out that other people are wrong is very productive. I would rather have a world where everyone speaks in like a western and southern accent and, rides horses instead of driving cars and like calls each other slurs and always has to spit in like a trash can whenever they walk into a room. Than a world where everyone has like ridiculous fashion style choices and ridiculously colored hair, and then everyone's social medias get banned forever because they said some things that were deemed too offensive. Now, I've left a lot of holes throughout this whole video, so if you have any more questions, you can comment down. All engagement on this video would be appreciated. You can like if you agree with anything or everything, I don't know. You can dislike if you don't agree, I do not care. You can comment and explain why you don't agree. There's a lot. I think it would be very surprising if there was someone that watched this video and agreed with absolutely every single thing I said, okay? There's something in this video that you personally do not agree with, so please let me know. We can talk it out. I just don't want this video to be super long. I don't want to take up your time. So follow the Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, sub to the second channel, new podcast episode, new decades project for my history class, very epic. Follow the TikTok and join the Discord server. I guess that's about it then. Follow the social media. Bye bye.